Checkpoint's threat report predicts cyber attacks are likely to escalate in South Africa in the run-up to the elections. According to a recent Checkpoint's threat intelligence report, South African organizations are likely to be attacked over 1,000 times per week. Government and military organizations are the most targeted, receiving over double the number of weekly attacks. The convergence of geopolitical tension, state-sponsored cyber activities, and the evolving threat of landscape poses an unprecedented challenge for organizations tasked with safeguarding critical infrastructure and sensitive data. We now speak to Lionel Dartnall, who is a Checkpoint Security Engineering Manager, who now joins us via Zoom. Lionel, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. How grave is the situation?
Good morning.
How grave would you say the situation is?
Look, cyber crime is on an all-time high. We're looking at an industry that is generating over $9.5 trillion a year. So, and Checkpoint is seeing an increasing manipulation of nation-states to affect the outcomes of countries' elections. And this is misinformation during election time is nothing new, but the use of artificial intelligence and deep fake technologies is really on the rise, and scammers and hackers are going to use these technologies to influence elections moving forward.
Sure. That's quite a major claim also. I don't even know what to say. So are you saying that there's a possibility that the IEC could come under attack?
The possibility is there, yes. The IEC has a very good reputation of keeping the data secure. There's been no incidences in the past that I'm aware of, but the landscape could be influenced by misinformation, artificial intelligence, voice imitations of leaders, and we've also seen some video deep fakes making the rounds, especially in elections in the US. Seen some examples of that in the States, where President Biden's voice was actually used in voice messages around the country to implore the population to hold their votes till the next election. And it's real. It sounds so real that, you know, it could really influence the number of votes being casted and where.
Yeah, so on one part, the misinformation and disinformation, it is about how that would influence the voter at the end of the day. But what about the systems of the electoral body, which is the IEC here in South Africa? And remember also the claim that was made in the United States about Russia interfering in the elections in the United States.
Yeah, absolutely. Governments are under attack all the time with especially in the underground dark web. You could go and find all sorts of attack methods to attack, especially governments which are in the front line of these attacks, mainly because of their high value data, critical infrastructure. Could be political motivations, but to answer your question, I do believe that the IEC will have all the checks and balances in place. There will be auditors to make sure that the data integrity and the security of that data is up to scratch. So, yes, the attacks will definitely be there, but, I'm confident that the IEC would have taken all the necessary steps to ensure that the data is safe.
Okay. Let's look at the presentation that you delivered, top threat source countries over the last 6 months. We have there, is it around 48%? Is it really possible? Is that the United States?
Are you referring to the number of originating attacks?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. There are various of these syndicates that target organizations, and the government, unfortunately, and military are, the sort of the soft targets, because typically they would have less skills or less investment in cybersecurity systems, and the chances of a good payout for example, a ransomware attack on the government institutions is very high, because these are critical systems and infrastructure that, governments and organizations just cannot afford for it to be down. So typically, these would be the organizations and industries that are most attacked because of that possible payout and financial gain for the hackers.
Yeah. Considering the critical infrastructure as well, and institutions such as the military, they have their own intelligence systems as well. But what do you think should be done over and above what we currently have in place?
Regular audits, penetration testing, making sure that all the aspects of the landscape is secured. We've seen a drastic increase of the actual footprint of an organization's data, moving to the cloud, whether it is public cloud or private cloud. And of course, users now utilizing mobile phones and devices all over, connecting to Wi-Fi networks all over. These are all areas that could be breached. So a full comprehensive end-to-end cybersecurity policy and strategy is needed from all companies of all sizes. And this is critically important, and also a system that has gives you a full view of the end-to-end infrastructure and systems in place to make sure that there are no gaps in the actual posture of the organization.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. That is Lionel Dartnall, who is a checkpoint security engineering manager there, speaking to us about threats that pose a major danger to our electoral system, as well as the credibility of the elections, but also the ongoing concern around these cyber attacks. And remember, about a week ago, there was a report about a German call leak due to individual error. And these are the things that people have been saying, that when it comes to government officials, of course, also be very careful around which platform you are using when you make phone calls, including the free Wi-Fis that are available.